Hello, Taurus, Sun, Rising, Moon, and Cross Watchers. This is your reading for 2021. This is an overview of the upcoming year, energies that you can expect. Now, keep in mind that this is not going to resonate with everybody, and do feel free to check out your other planetary placements when I get the rest of them done. Excuse me. This is broken down into two sections. This over here is the overview of your year. With this, different areas of life, lessons that you were learning, lessons that you learned in the previous year, energy from the previous year coming into this year that you might still be dealing with at the beginning of the year. Over here, we have things about the different quarters. January, February, March, first quarter, second quarter, April, May, June, third quarter, July, August, September, fourth quarter, October, November, December. Okay? So we will break these down in different groups and different areas. And this is going to be a very extensive reading. So you may want to stick with me all the way to the end. And because there's a lot of information here. Okay, first of all, I want to point out the card under the deck was the Eight of Cups. This I am combining with the first card here. This is the lessons or energy that you were bringing in, the kind of summarizing your year of 2020. There was a lot of things that had to be left behind. There was a lot of blocks thrown in your way. May have felt a little bit restricted here. A lot of self-doubt, a lot of self-talk, negative thought processes here. You may have felt trapped in a situation in 2020, moving forward into 2021. That's still the energy at the beginning of the year that you are dealing with. Okay, so this starting the year or ending 2020, moving into 2021, it looks like that you may be considering walking away from something that is unhealthy for you, a toxic situation there. And we also have Ace of Wands and starting a new beginning. Okay? And the lessons that you had to learn. We have a 3 here about growth, expansion, and heartbreak. So a lesson from 2020 that you had to learn in 2020 is, right away I get the image of third-party situations, multiple partners, some disappointments that may have occurred. And the lesson that you learned is that you can't make everybody happy. You have to make yourself happy. You have to do what's right for yourself. Okay? And we have the World card. End of some pain and suffering. Completing a cycle. No longer burdening, if I can spit the word out, yourself with some kind of hurtful situation of the past. Okay, this is a completed cycle here. And that completed cycle also brings about healing and change. There's like the heart, the wounds are exposed to the elements, allowing healing to take place here. Okay, so the next one is what your goals are for this year, or what you're hoping for this year. We have the Death card. You want a complete change. That is evident here because you want a new start by the end of the year. You're concentrating on a new path. Okay, new concepts, new ideas of where you want to go in the next year. And part of that is the Death card. A part of that is a transformation and a big, huge change. Clarified by the Knight of Cups. You want a complete change in the way things are happening in your personal relationships. You might be changing, okay? You might be looking to make that change and taking action as far as your emotional state is concerned. Because, I mean, starting off, 2020 hasn't been that great. I feel a lot of sadness, a lot of disappointment, depression, and you are moving forward into 2021 with a different attitude. You Knights are the action. They are the action cards. Action and taking action as far as your heart is concerned, and following your heart and doing what feels right to you. And you are motivated by the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords on fives bring about change. You see the change. You see the mental change. There's attitude adjustments going on here. Empress Energy. This is your energy. This is nurturing this change, plugging it along, and acting in an ethical way. The Empress puts her ego aside and nurtures something. And the Empress is like very motherly like energy here. And she is about growth and creativity. So you are creating this change, and that's what's motivating you. You're not waiting on somebody else to change. You're not waiting on somebody else to make that change. You are going to be taking action to do that yourself sometime this year. What obstacles and blockages that you have to be mindful of is the Ten of Swords. Okay? The Ten of Swords is ending of pain and suffering. Being pinned down, it's ending of a situation. And we have the Three of Swords over here, which is kind of like saying this energy coming from 2020 into 2021, it's centered about healing that pain, ending it. This is the worst being over and moving forward in a more positive direction. And we have the Eight of Swords. There's still your obstacle, your challenge is about getting past the mental blockage, say the idea that you are stuck, okay? And this kind of goes back to this. You have to make that change. You have to make that decision to do that change, and you are motivated. There is motivation behind you, and you got to move in order to take action on that motivation and to create the change yourself. You have to get past that mental blockage, that mental state of I can't do it type of energy when you know you can. Okay, now let's move into different areas of life. The love life here is slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. This is taking action in practical manners. I feel like finances might play a part in your love life. Maybe you are gauging your love life based on your finances. And taking that progression forward. It seems the image that I'm getting from the Seven of Cups is not necessarily the confusion part, but all the items. It is like material items is where your heart is, your belongings, your physical, tangible items. And I feel like that is taking precedence. That is what you are judging your love life on. Instead of listening to your heart. And again, money is important. Stability is important. But don't let that steer you down a wrong path. Whoever that is for, don't let money steer you down a wrong path. I feel as though 2020 you're going to have options open to you, and you are being called to advance forward in your love life, because there's this there's a sense of being stuck. If you are stuck in a relationship that you are not happy, that you are disappointed, I mean, the cards, the general feel is it's time to make a choice. It's time to make a change, and it's up to you to make that change. Money and career is the Fool. This is like, this plain and simple, the Fool is a new journey. It's a new path. It's a new start. Okay, so in 2020, you may be going towards a new journey as far as money and career. This could be changing jobs, changing career altogether. And we got the Death card again. So Taurus, part of the changes that you want to take place is you want change. I think you are looking for all around change in your personal relationships and in your money and career. Okay, you're looking for that abundance, and you're looking for that sense of security. At the same time, you kind of want that that nurturing effect. Maybe you are looking for something that is nurturing. Okay. But here we have a change in career or job status. And this seems to be what's motivating you here is that stability and that sense of abundance as far as job security, as far as love security. You know, somebody nurturing in your life or somebody entering your life that is nurturing. For some of you, when I first thought that you may have had a couple options here, that you can't stand the thought of cutting somebody off, even though that is kind of where Spirit is leading you. To find that happiness, something has to be cut off. And you are looking for, in your what's motivating you in relationships is not just, it's the money and the abundance, but I think you want the nurturing aspect also. Health-wise, we have Faith. We have the Hierophant. Hierophant is your card. You are falling in the health sector. So I'm feeling as though that you may be calling upon holistic healing, holistic and natural remedies might be taking focus. Of course, it only takes common sense to know if there's major health issues that you do need to take that up with a professional. But I'm feeling like you're leaning towards some holistic solutions here. Yeah, Temperance card. Healing solutions, natural solutions. I think you are leaning towards this year as far as health is concerned. Spirituality, your spiritual growth. We have the Three of Coins or Three of Pentacles. This is something, a work in progress. This is, I think you're taking a creative approach to your spirituality, and it is growing and expanding. And you are paying very close to detail to certain spiritual aspects, certain messages that you might be receiving. You may even be looking for some physical signs of spirituality here. And Eight of Cups, this is symbolizing some emotional blocks or some kind of blockages in your spiritual path that you need to walk away from, that you need to abandon. You may be even going on a spiritual journey this year into a new spiritual plane, a new spiritual place. And let me tell you, you had the Eight of Cups twice in this reading. So you may have some new ideas and concepts. Wands could be about spirituality, spiritual growth, self-development. So you might be needing to walk away from something in order to grow spiritually and develop yourself and get to know yourself more. Okay? I hear you now, Taurus. You're stubborn. You're going to say, oh, I know myself. Do you really? Okay? this is what I feel is going on here, that there is some kind of chain of events that's going to take you within to cause you to go with it and find yourself. Okay? Down here, we have what it is that you need to focus on. Okay. Your focus for this year is on a soulmate connection with the Eight of Wands. You know, eights, like I said, are blockages and obstacles. This 8 is reminding me of an obstacle course. But it's also about pushing you forward. This is overcoming an obstacle in a soulmate relationship. And I think you know where your heart lies and where you really, truly want to be. But that is where your focus is. 10 of Pentacles. This is a successful completion of starting a new cycle with a soulmate connection. Trying to get over those obstacles so that you could get that ultimate attainment. So that you can get to that place of completing something, a full cycle. This is your family roots. This is your family values. I mean, there is some place that you really put a lot of value in, and that's going to be your primary focus. And overcoming these obstacles. You've got obstacles, and I feel it's in your romantic life. Okay? Then we have your important lesson this year. A lesson that you will be learning. We have time to go, and we have the Three of Cups. This is about exiting out of a relationship and expanding and growing a relationship that you know in your heart was meant for you. This has nothing to do with money and finances. This has to do with the heart and the soul and this soulmate connection. I think your main focus this year, yes, there's changes going on in your career. Your way of doing business is changing. But I think you are evoking your main focus this year is going to be on your relationships. And we got another 3 here. I swear you have more than one person. Maybe it's someone you are involved with has more than one. But I'm definitely seeing a love triangle here. I'm seeing multiple 3s, 333. That might be an angel number you may want to consider looking up. Okay, Google it online. But I'm seeing that you are part of a third-party situation. And this is about time to go. Letting someone go. And with the 6, that is persevering and getting through it. So, trying to persevere, getting through a loss of a relationship, letting go of somebody, letting go of an extra person, or letting go of one of a couple people that you may have in your life. I'm not here to judge, but it feels like you're going to be letting somebody go. Or if your person is involved with somebody else also, they may be letting you go, or they may be letting somebody go, or you may be letting them go because you don't want to be part of a third party. That's what I think this lesson is, that being part of a third party relationship doesn't work. And in order to find that peace and harmony and healing, something needs to go. Now, the overall energy of this year, basically the overall potential direction that you are heading. Okay, we have regeneration. This is like the regeneration from the heart, or this is something that you thought was dead and coming back to life. This is an emotional card here with somebody. Page of Rods, starting a new path with somebody. A connection that you thought was over, per se. Maybe not so much. And this is like a new path, a new direction that you are heading with somebody. Yes, it could be a water sign, but I don't put clout into that. You know who it is. This is somebody who is very intuitive. This is somebody who's very patient. And I'm feeling as though that somebody who's been very patient, waiting. There's a new path that could be starting there. That might be your energy about being patient with starting a new path after something has died. That's what this is. Something has died and you're starting a new path, and you're going to have some kind of understanding, maybe through your spiritual journey, some kind of understanding why something had died and you are starting on a new path. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and look at the different quarters of the year. Okay, the first quarter of the year, we have TikTok and lovers. This is a decision in love, and time is of the essence. This is divine timing. I feel the first quarter of the year is when a decision is going to have to be made. And again, we're having duality here. A decision between two people. Okay, and we got the Two of Cups. Soulmate energy here. This is a karmic connection. This is something that we could say was written in the stars. This is making a decision. There's no way about it, and time is running out. And what I'm feeling like, first part is that you're probably going to be making this decision, because I think one of the options, like going back to here, somebody letting someone go, that could be somebody letting you go, potentially. A lesson, you could be losing somebody because you didn't make some kind of decision. And maybe in the beginning part of the year, you might be feeling that you know, this is like a warning sign. Time is of the essence. You got to make a decision before you lose an option. And you might be stuck with something that you may not want. Okay? And the second quarter, we have milk and honey, happiness, and 10 of coins. We've got the 10 of coins over here too. This, you're focusing on your bread and butter. You're focusing on your family stability. This, you are ending a period, a cycle, and going into a new one that brings rainbows and happiness after a period of sorrow. Because the sorrow is up here in this main row. We saw it as one of the lessons that you had to learn. Some painful situations that you've gone through. Well, you are completing that cycle, entering into something more happy-go-lucky. And this is, with the Wheel of Fortune, this is destiny taking place here. And evolving. You know, your new opportunities occurring after you complete a cycle here that brings you happiness and joy. It's like a relationship evolving. Okay, moving forward. You got this new path. It's like moving forward. It's sometime during this here, first half of the year, the choice is made, whether you make it or somebody forces that choice upon you, and they make that choice for you. There's a decision in love that is being made that leads you on a new path that is going to take some shape and going to evolve. Okay, third quarter. Now we're going into the second half of the year. We have the King of Wands. This is experience and knowledge. This is doing things smartly, doing things wisely. Maybe even trusting your spiritual side. I feel like you have a leg up here. A leg up here is saying having that support system behind you. With this evolving, this might be your other person giving you the support that you need. And you've gained a lot. You've went through a lot. You've gained a lot of experience over time in dealing with people, in dealing with relationships. Okay? And this is about putting that knowledge to practical use. And kind of having like an authority. You are being supported by somebody supporting your level of authority. And with the Magician card here, the Magician is mastery. You know, the Magician is having that expertise and manifesting something. You have the knowledge and the skills and all the tools to manifest what you want. You are manifesting something in the third quarter that, and as you're trying to create this, whether this is in your personal life or this is in your career, you have somebody backing you up on it. You have the support that is needed to help you move forward and master something. Maybe it is going back to school for something and learning a new skill. You might be undergoing some sort of training. You know, we see this up here with, with work and career. We saw a new path, going on a new journey that changes everything. This is a huge change. You have a huge change coming in your work and career. This could be it. And you do have the support behind you, the necessary support in order for you to accomplish this big change in your career. Okay, last quarter of the year, we have orphaned, and we have there you are. Orphaned is somebody that has gone through a change. It can be self-imposed, self-isolation, or like I said, you know, there's somebody that up in here, you might be shifting your focus, but you might be left orphaned. Somebody may, this is what I'm getting, depending on the choices that you make. Keep in mind, the future's not written in stone. These readings are meant to empower you, to show you the energies that are coming about so that you can make adjustments and changes as needed for the better outcome. Okay, if you don't like the outcome, then you can make a better choice, a better decision, a better outcome. That's what these readings are for. And this is you being practical. Okay, this is, again, experience. You're gaining a ton of experiences in life in general in 2021. There is this chance that depending on the choice you make, I feel you have a choice between at least 2 people, maybe 3. Depending on your choice, the person you choose could leave you feeling abandoned. If you base your decisions on money, so you could end up open yourself to abandonment. And this is seeing things with clarity and a new path. Yep. End of 2021, we have a new way of thinking. We have a new start yet again. It feels like over the next year, you're going to be filled with new starts. Some of them might be false starts, just stating this. Yes, you can alter this by changing your decisions, by changing your outlook, and taking action accordingly. But this is like things becoming very crystal clear that by acting based on finances, you could end up left orphaned or left alone. Not the easiest read here, Taurus, but as much as I want to give, everything's going to be rosy, that's not reality. This is reality here, Taurus. And, you know, the road ahead this year, how smooth it goes or how bumpy it goes is all in your hands. You have the power. With the Magician, you have the power and the knowledge and the experience to make decisions, to do what is best. And, you know, when you are narrow-minded, you're stubborn, Taurus. When you're narrow-minded and you're focused on the pentacle, when you're focused on the coin, that does not always have the best outcomes. You have to trust your intuition. You have to trust the spiritual messages that you receive, that gut feeling, and you have to listen to your heart. Where's that leading? Because I see energy on here that you have a chance at a soulmate connection this year if you make the right decision. Your gut is already telling you what that is. Now I'm going to go ahead and get an angel answer card to wrap up this reading. I know I don't like these really long readings either, but there's just a year-long reading is packed with so much information here. Messages and guidance for my Taurus, please, for 2021. What does Taurus have to be aware of in 2021? Okay, within the next few weeks, you're going to start seeing some of this happen with a decision, which makes sense because we're at the end of November. Next few weeks will takes us into the end of December, beginning of January. This is angels are trying to get your attention. It's up to you. You know what? I just said that. I can't make this crap up. That's how the cards fall. It's all up to you. Your destiny is in your hands, Taurus. Okay, I hope somebody found this enlightening, armed and forewarned. You know, informed and forewarned is what I wanted to say. And I hope that this helps guide you a little bit in what's coming. So if there is a challenge or something, you know how to navigate around that. Okay, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and comment. And I will see you next time. And blessed be.